Guten Tag, your girl Jem here, giving you guys another book review. This time I'm going to be reviewing Sparks by James DeSantis. And since I'm still using my camera, I got to do this at an angle, look at the cover a little bit. Not really the best quality, but sorry about that. Anyway, I just finished the book. I woke up from a nap, I decided to finish the book because I had nothing better to do. So yeah. I know it's been a week or so since my last review. Even though the book was really short, 135 pages, 10 chapters, really only 10 chapters. And so I took so long on this book, reading this book, even though I really could have just read it in a day, legit a day. But since it's summer break, school's finally out for me, because last Wednesday was my last day of school because of all the snow days that happened, since I'm up from the Northeast, with the Northeaster having a whole week of snow days. It was just absolutely crazy. So now, I'm just going to give you the synopsis. No spoilers, You can get the book on Amazon because, well, it's just on Amazon. It's an ebook. You guys can get it. I honestly enjoyed the book. I rated it an 8.5 out of 10. So let me get to the synopsis. When Ethan Hamill is struck with both the power of electricity and cancer, he has to choose his life choices wisely. This is the story about Ethan's journey to not only help people, but to find out who he really is. Ethan has to balance being the very first hero and battling a deadly disease. Now's the time to dive into the life of Sparks. Really short synopsis and really straightforward. So the book is about a guy named Ethan Hamill who, out of the blue, he's in his 20s, mid-20s, been with this girl, Vanessa, for 6 years. His best friend, Alec, is a computer comic geek. He has his loving parents, even though his dad's a douche. And a lot of things are just normal for him. And then he gets cancer. The moment he gets cancer, it's a whole blowout. It's an impact for him. And it's just not fair. It's why did this have to happen to him? It's a whole recurring question. Why did it have to happen to him? It's just not fair. And so as the story progresses, there is this whole lightning storm that happens. And Ethan's just out in the city. They're in New York. This story takes place in New York City. He's just walking the city, and then a whole freak lightning storm happens, and it's the lightning was all drawn to him. He was the only one outside at the moment, but the lightning was all drawn to him, and so he was struck by the lightning, and acquired these cool powers, being able to turn into a lightning bolt, to run super fast, to be able to strike people with his with the lightning from his hands, like Storm from the X-Men. It was just really, and he became a superhero, helping people in the city, reducing the crimes, just helping people. And then that's where it all centers. He has cancer, he has powers, becomes the superhero called Sparks. And then that's really what it all centers around. And then what happens in the end, of course, he has cancer, he dies. That's not really a spoiler, to be honest with you, because it tells you in the book that he will, die in the first chapter or two. So, but the events that happened throughout the story, I really enjoyed it, honestly. A lot of things happened, a lot of things were what? And it just... Sorry if I'm not really as enthusiastic as usual. I'm just really tired. I'm so very sorry. Anyway, I have nothing more I have to really say about the book. So, I guess that would be it. Alright, the next book I'm going to be reading, it's either this or the other one. Hold up. I'm either going to read this, Battle for the Cyberdomes by Stuart Wilson. I have to do this on a tilt so you guys can see the book cover. Or I'm going to do Lucid by L.E. Fred. Remember I was talking about Lucid before? Yeah, well, I finally got an arc for it. L.E. Fred finally sent me an arc. Even though the book has already been released by Astria Press, it was, I'm going to read it, hopefully. I will, definitely. So, let me just give you the synopsis for Battle for the Cyberdomes by Stuart Wilson. I unfortunately do not have a author bio for this book, so... But it's out on Amazon. Sparks is out on Amazon. You can get him as an ebook. Battle for the Cyberdomes by Stuart Wilson. It's completely free on Amazon. So I really don't see a reason why you wouldn't go pick it up. I mean, it's a free book. You can get it on your Kindle really cheap. $0, man. So let me, let's see. Read the synopsis for Stuart Wilson's book. Some books need no introduction, but this isn't one of them. So if you liked Harry Potter, I Am Number 4, Gone, The Hunger Games, Twilight, and Switched, then here's the beginning of another epic tale you're bound to fall in love with. Battle for the Cyberdomes, the first book in the Meta-Normal Defense series. Kyle Rivers is left crippled after an accident that kills both his parents, until a mysterious stranger comes to offer him his life back, at a price. Kyle is forced to join a secret organization where all is not what it seems, and the future of the entire world may just lie in the balance. This awesome sci-fi adventure story will have you on the edge of your seat and screaming for more. Behold a world with no rules, except one. You have to read this. Now, I'll give you the excerpt, well, not really excerpt, the blurb for Lucid and the author bio for L.E. Fred. I know that most adventure slash fantasy slash whatever you would like to call these stories start with something magical. But my story starts with something ordinary. Dreams. I'm taking a test and don't realize I'm in my underwear kind of dreams. We have them every night, whether we remember them or not. Sometimes they leave us waking up with excitement or inspiration. Sometimes they cause us to wake with a shriek and to look around our rooms. Sometimes they leave us waking up confused or ashamed. These experiences are probably commonplace for most people, but I doubt any of you would ever say your dreams caused you to stay asleep for a long period of time. What if your dreams made you disappear? Now for the bio. L.E. Fred is a perpetual dreamer who writes about stories both within and without this realm. With a degree in psychology, L.E. Fred tends to get lost in the mind, the greatest adventure of all. L.E. Fred is currently traveling the world, finding more adventures to inspire new tales of dreams and beyond. And that's all. I'm not sure which book I'm going to be reading next, Battle for the Cyberdomes or Lucid. But after that, I have no more ebooks that authors have sent me. Which, I don't know, I'm sort of disappointed. But after that, I have a lot of books I have to read. Especially, some books that I've already done book reviews for but need to reread. Or, remember when I did the whole guest starring thing with my friend Sarah? Well, she did a book review with me for Tiger's Curse by Colleen Hoke, and I actually did buy the book for it now, after like 2 years, and I really want to read it, and I'll be doing another review for that, and this time in my perspective. So, there's a lot to be, excited about because of summer vacation. I have more time to read. I mean, I had a lot of time to read before during like school, but I have more time to read now. All day, every day, reading, eating, and sleeping, and I will be done. And that is my life for a summer vacay. So, that's all I really have to say. You guys can go get Sparks from Amazon. Again, I rated an 8.5. I honestly thoroughly enjoyed it, even though it was a really short read. I like the story of it. So, that's all I really got to say. I'll see you guys later. I'm not sure what's my next book review, so, bye.